sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel, ready for footballer day and ready for footballer we as the Bears get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Peterson gets the call running left. Peterson a first down and more. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense, because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
Able to get this to Gordon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
Peterson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Adrian Peterson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Off the option, here's Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one, that's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, Well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team is looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They give it to Peterson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And his throw is incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Fields throwing again. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Bilal Nichols there on the stop. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Bears. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Third and 2, Goff. This one swung out to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Robert Quinn is the one who burst in there to blow that play up. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, it's Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he